Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama. Haribo Govinda. Aha, Nama Sundari. All right. Krishna, 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 Hare. Hey there, Dylan. Welcome. Thank you for coming, everybody. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. What's going on here? Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Oh, there she is. All right. Whoops. Good morning there.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, you can put your microphone on and we'll just chant together here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. All right. So why don't you read us something there, Lalita?
You want me to read?
Yeah, read from this book. I got this book now. Well, I got a lot of presents from Janaki yesterday. Boy, did she clean my room. My goodness. Amazing. Oh my God. I didn't want to touch anything. It would look so nice. We want to take a picture of it.
Fantastic.
It's messy again. She's got a lot of work for her. Continuous work. She'll clean it and I mess it up.
She does this with all her heart.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's read some Chaitanya Bhagavat. Let's initiate this book here. So
Is it the same one as I have then?
yeah, same one you got.
This one?
Yeah, same one.
Okay.
Yeah. Majjhikanda chapter 9.
Okay. So. Happy you're better, Guru Maharaj. Are you better a bit?
Huh?
Are you feeling better?
What was I feeling bad? I don't remember. Gone.
Chapter 9 now. Already? For you, it's morning. Here, it's evening now. But I'm happy that I can still follow. It's only 8 now, only 8 o'clock. So happy to see you online, Guru Maharaj. We all felt a bit lost.
No, you guys are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Really?
very empty. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a very empty day waiting for, of course.
Yeah, I wanted to get up even though I was sick, but I couldn't do it. It's just like it was like I couldn't do it. I had no energy. It was heavy, some kind of thing, man. It's probably this thing what they got because a lot of people go into hospitals. I don't know why they do. I like the immune. I just like giving the immune system some, work on. Why do you want to go and do all this stuff? Because it's better, let nature, battle it out. I mean, that's
What do they do in the hospital? Give you a test and then say you have it, and then
Oh yeah, and the test is wrong. The test is not really. It's not accurate. It's not even meant to diagnose this thing. It's just bullshit. So anyway,
Yeah.
but this is better. Look at it, much better today. Much better. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
antibodies,
Yeah.
little soldiers.
Yeah. Just let the immune system work it out. If it gets bad or something, I just go and get that ivermectin or something. You probably can get it here easy. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sridhar.
The story of Sridhara. Oh, glories to you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you for being there again. Oh, glories to you. Oh, glories to the disciplic line, to the previous acharyas. Oh, glory. Oh, glories to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, glories to Lord Nityananda. Oh, glories, oh, glories to Srimati Radharani. And oh, glories to our dearest topmost Krishna. Sri Guru Chandra, he's the controller. the controller of the universe. However, not his own sake. But for the benefit of everyone, he has accepted the garb of a sannyasi. Oh, glory. Oh, glories to the son of Jagannath Mishra. And Mother Sachi.
You know, the one thing about Lord Chaitanya, for the benefit of everyone, this verse is like choice. For the benefit of everyone. You know why it was the benefit of everyone? Because not only did he liberate the lower classes, but he liberated the higher classes, which are the toughest, the ones that are proud, proud of their wealth and their knowledge and everything. And so for the benefit of everyone, he took sannyas and he liberated them, because even the lower classes would go to him and the higher classes now. So it's just amazing. That's why, these avatars like this, unbelievable. I mean, the quality of the Lord is so genius, so powerful, and for the benefit, if the Lord, he's the controller, right? Okay, he's the controller, he's omniscient, he's all this stuff. Where's the purification? But the Lord, when he comes here and he gives his names, and we're chanting these names, oh my God, look, it's amazing. Look at the experience it gives us from associating with his names. It elevates us to the level of ecstasy, and great ecstasy, and then greater ecstasy. Ecstatic happiness. Oh, there's nothing like it, is there? It's wonderful. I mean, I'm sitting chanting, just realizing all these things. Like, wow, Lord, so fantastic you come and give your name. Make it so easily accessible. Anybody can come here. You don't have to go and surrender to Jesus. Otherwise, you got to artificially do that because, you don't really feel it, but it's just all this conflicting stuff. Just come here, associate with devotees, and chant Hare Krishna together, and the name will do its work. Just by being around persons, your heart will surrender to God. Your heart, not because you're supposed to, forced to. It's just such a beautiful thing. It's such a perfect thing. Yeah, nothing more perfect than that. And the more surrender, the more ecstatic you become, the more happy, more intelligent, more purified, more of this, more of that, more every beautiful thing you can think about. Yeah. Go ahead there.
Oh, glories to his Sankirtan movement. Oh, glory to Lord Chaitanya, the very life of Lord Nityananda and Gadadhara Pandita. He's the most.
That's what we need. We need the life. See, the life of the devotee. See, remember Jesus said, I have life, I can give it to you abundantly. This is the life he's talking about. Lord Chaitanya is Jesus explained. Nityananda, see, the life of the devotee is this ecstatic potency. That's what you get here. That's why people are saying, oh, very good, very good. Otherwise nobody knows. This life is fantastic. I love to hear the testimonies of the witnesses. Oh yeah, this life is great. Gohari's not an insane, crazy guy. It's the real life. Yeah, I can tell this is really pure, really purifying. Well, look at this. Abandon all varieties of religion. Don't need it anymore. I just love God. Just loving relations with God. Everything is taken care of. That's why Lord Chaitanya came here. That's why we're here, to show the greatness of this chanting and this association and becoming to the ecstatic platform. This relationship takes care of everything. That's what Narada Muni has. He's just going around the universe with Krishna because he chants Krishna's name in ecstasy. And look at this, we're doing the same thing. We must be of the real family now. If you're not doing that, you're not really of the transcendental family yet. And if you want to be, if you got some intelligence and you're not a stupid guru, what kind of, to me, that is stupidity. To think their position is greater than what we're doing here. Are you kidding? We got everything here. We got control over God. We call his name and he comes. Radha and Krishna come and make us happy, and we make them happy. You think there's any position better than that? Seek the kingdom of God. This is it. This is, I told you, Lord Chaitanya is Jesus explained. Seek the kingdom of God. It's this relationship. And all else is that, look, Guru, he's guru. Even with a psychedelic t-shirt, he's still guru. Amazing, huh? Why? Because of the kingdom of God. You got that, everything comes. Otherwise, you're one of these pie-in-the-sky gurus, that can't do much for your disciples. What, without ecstatic devotion? Without the life of Nityananda? You want to know what that life of Nityananda is? You have to come here to find out. In the real line. Only the real line can show you that life. Otherwise, it's cut off. I was cut off from that life, with this ISKCON guru who didn't have it. And see, that's why they preach something else. I'm not criticizing. I just want to help them understand where the real life is. The real life is here. What do you think Nityananda? He's chanting in ecstasy. What are we doing? Chanting in ecstasy. We're here to help people learn how to add. 1 and 1 equals 2. Yeah, the kingdom of God is this relationship, and it's only passed on by those who have this relationship awakened in them. Nobody else can pass it on. Nobody else knows what it is. These leaders in these big groups, they don't know what it is. I went and investigated. None of them know. Not one.
Thanks for using it.
Not even one knows what this is. Not clearly. That's how rare it is. Even Jesus, even Prabhupada was asked, who is it that knows Krishna? How rare are they? Oh, Prabhupada said, you go up in outer space, you find a log floating up there in infinity there to find somebody who really knows the Lord. That's here, man. That's why people can't wrap their head around it. That's why they can't believe it, because it's so here. It is so here, man. It's so real that they can't believe it. No way. No. Prema, my Guru Dave said many lifetimes before you get Prema. Well, it's here. No, I don't believe it. Well, it says there in the book, these are the qualities, it's here. No. I want to go the many lifetime trip. Yeah. And people are following people like that. Illogical. They're not, it's not even logical. Go ahead there, Lalita. Read on.
On earth like in heaven. He's the most beloved of Advaita Acharya. Srivasa Pandita, Jagadananda Pandita, Haridas Thakur, Vakreshwara Pandita, Pundarika Vidyanidhi, Vasudeva, and Sri Garba. Be merciful, O Lord, and look upon every living entity graciously. May the Lord and all his associates be glorified. For by hearing about the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, one immediately attains the supreme goal of devotion, love of Krishna. Please listen attentively to this narration of the Madhya Kanda because it depicts the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Here now, the description of Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprakasha Lila.
See,
Is
people, it says one immediately attains the love of Krishna, right? Well, where is that? It's here, and look at her, reading that in ecstasy. There you go. There's the actual fact. There's the actual result. Okay? Otherwise, it's just words on a page. One immediately turns, but there's no love of Krishna coming. It's only because people not following the formula. If they follow the formula, very easily get love of Krishna. Yeah, the formula is very straightforward. Even the Lord, he taught the concepts in the Bhagavatam very simply. He would fold the dhotis of the Vaishnavas who had love of Krishna. They were from Vrindavan in this life, and he'd be folded. He'd get them Ganga water and all that, and associate with them like that. And they said, "What are you doing, Vishwambar? What are you doing all this here?" He said, "Well, you have love of Krishna, so therefore I'm going to serve you. This is the only way I can be able to get it. Okay? By associating with devotees, doing so, even by hearing. You don't even have to do anything physically. If you just listen, that's great service. That's greater service than even physical doing. I mean, it's just to be able to hear from the devotee. If you could do some physical service, well, good too. What service did Maharaj Parikshit do for Shukadev Goswami? He just heard, right? That was it. That's why you see people get love of God here. They don't have to do always physical. They might want to. It may be very helpful. But if you hear, that's, simple. See, if you follow the formula, you get the result. If you don't follow the formula, these devotees, they're not following the formula really not very well because they got the idea. Yeah, let's go to the gurus. And because it says in the book, right, you need a bona fide spiritual master, right? But they're not clear on what is a bona fide spiritual master. That's the problem. They say, well, we're bona fide because blah, yada, 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 which is not in the book. Was not in the conceptions of what is a bona fide spiritual master. See, therefore, the result is slow. Doesn't even happen in this life. They start a Vaidhi Bhakti and then they die of Vaidhi Bhakti because of the concepts their gurus are teaching them. Okay? So that's part of our mission here is to just get the conception straightened out so people can find where the path is of love of God. They don't know. See, and if you don't listen to an experienced devotee, you'll never know. Why are you going to inexperienced? I don't care how big their titles are. We're here for those who are, when you're just stop being impressed by big titles, like Jesus would teach. Big titles, high seats, stuff like that. Then maybe you'll listen to good truth, the truth, and be set free from it. Be directed right to Vrindavan. Even in this life, you can attain it. Look, Lalita's got it. He's right there. Johan. They know their relationship with the Lord. Oh, yeah, I like Vrindavan. I feel like I'm a resident there. Yes, it is my favorite place. And I can just go there by reading. Yeah.
They don't believe that.
They don't believe it. Too bad. This
They
gives me
don't
good
believe
preaching.
that.
Thank you very much for not believing, man. Hey, man, it gives me time to preach. I like preaching. Go ahead, be as stubborn as you want. I'm going to go and be as stubborn in my preaching as I want.
Me too.
Let's see who wins, because the truth always wins. The Lord always proves the words of his devotees true. Remember, we read that. See, the Lord has already proved that these words are true already, because love of God is already being distributed here. People are getting it. There's that handsome young man.
Oh,
Yeah, So yeah, so this is exciting. I don't know. I really like it. This is so great to be able to point out the path. You know, tell people where it is. You know where it's at. Go ahead, Lolita. Read on.
Yeah. One immediately, no, by hearing about the pastimes, by hearing about the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, one immediately attains the supreme goal of devotion, love of Krishna. Please listen attentively to this narration of the Madhya Kanda because it depicts the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Here now.
So, what is love of Krishna? You immediately attain love of Krishna. It's just as it is. Very simple. Love of Krishna. But where is Krishna? Oh, he says he's none different than his name. So if you can chant Hare Krishna and love awakens in your heart, you cracked it, man. You cracked the safe. You know, that's it. Now you've attained the highest goal of life, love of Krishna. There ain't anything more than that. Now you found the ever fresh path. It'll just ever, you don't have to go get old, same old books or new books all the time. You don't have to see different movies all the time. You just watch this movie. It's always ever fresh. It's eternal. Always newer and newer insights, newer and newer ecstasies. No, that's why there's no other goal. After you attain love of Krishna, that's it, man. When you think Narada Muni's looking for another path, is he out there looking? Well, I think maybe I need another path. I've done this for a zillion years. Maybe I should find it. He's still not enthralled by the name. That's what you can get here. Okay? Otherwise, you'll die there. Ceremonies, ritualistic religion. What is the difference between that and the Bible Pharisee types? Then in ISKCON and all these groups. Lots of rules, lots of ceremonies, lots of regulations. But where is this expression? Where is this love of Krishna? Where you can see a person chant Hare Krishna, which is Krishna, and love awakens. Oh my God, where is that? Because if, well, yeah, we've got that. We chant Hare Krishna and love is awakening. Yeah, well, where are its symptoms? You can't cheat Krishna. You can cheat yourself. You can bullshit yourself. You can bullshit other people, but you can't bullshit Krishna or his real devotees. Where's the love? Where's the symptoms? Don't you see in the book it says there are symptoms that you have love of Krishna. It's divine. It's spiritual. It's ecstatic to the point of tears and ecstasy and laughter and choking and all these beautiful things. Loving relations. Where's that? Well, no, we never went so deep into that. Well, that's why we're here, to help people go deep into it, just to understand things as it is. Very simple. I love these, just very love of Krishna. Oh man, we can have a whole class on that. People just throw these words around. Yeah, we're devotees. We got love of Krishna. Yeah, love of Krishna that Lord came to show is not the diluted type. He came to show spontaneous ecstatic devotion and the path to it. And that's why we're here to revive that. To show, to demonstrate, to manifest ecstatic, spontaneous devotion and show the path to it. As per the books, the map. The books are a map as per they teach. That's all. So that people will very quickly attain this beautiful thing. Yeah. Go ahead, Lalita, read on.
The Lord manifested the glorious Sata Prahariya Bhava, the 21 hours of devotional ecstasies. In this pastime, he wonderfully revealed his different incarnations, his astonishing feasting, and freely gave away pure Krishna Prem to the devotees.
See, to the devotees, he gave this. That's why you have to have a spiritual master so you can learn how to become a devotee, just by association. Otherwise, if you have no devotion to a devotee, then you will not get this. You're not real. You're not real yet. You're not following the real path. You know, Lord Chaitanya taught this. He says, hey, those who claim to be my devotees directly are not my devotees. Those who are the devotees of my devotees are my real devotees. Is that an ego trip? No. Why would you become a devotee of Gaur Hari Das here? Well, what am I giving you? I'm just giving you my life. That's all. So you like that life. Oh, yeah, I love it too. This is my life. I have to love this. It's like Krishna. He looks at his reflection and he says, who's this beautiful person? What do you think a devotee chanting ecstasy is doing? They're saying, who's this beautiful person? You know, in the name. See? So you're saying, yeah, I love that life. You know, yeah, right. Well, that's great, man. I also do. Therefore, it stays around because we're not going, oh, that life. Oh, what are you doing, man? Why are you crying, you guys? Why are you don't you know our gurus told us you're not supposed to show, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, they told you that because most of them can't show. They don't show. There are no shows, man. They don't even know what it is. Everybody's speculating on Krishna. Krishna says that in the Vedas. Everybody's speculating on me, except his real devotees. Why? Because he's in them. There are symptoms and signs that the Radha and Krishna are in them because they chant Krishna's name and the love of Radha awakens in their hearts. Yeah. I love, isn't it great to glorify the truth? Isn't it? It's like I'm just feeling, God, man, isn't it about time? You know, isn't it about time to clear the cobwebs out? You know, all these speculations being brought into these religious movements of ISKCON and all that. You think they really know? No, we really know, because here there are experienced devotees with relishing real devotion to the Lord, and the Lord really informs them of the truth and set them free. And if you listen, you'll be set free too.
The Lord doesn't give them the understanding. They don't worship him. He doesn't give it the intelligence.
That's why you need to go to the devotees who act as spiritual masters. Absolutely. The rare ones that are real spiritual masters, not the phony balonies. I don't care how sincere you may think you are. If you don't have love of Krishna and you put on the title and people go, oh, Guru Dev, please deliver me, and you can't do it, you're a hypocrite, man. Sorry. You're lying to your devotee. You're misrepresenting. You're misleading. Yeah. The devotees know the real process. That's why if you listen here, you'll be able to know the real process of deliverance, because the devotees here are experienced. Krishna is in them. You can see Radha and Krishna are in those devotees, because when they chant the holy name, they have ecstatic manifestations in their temples. These are temples, my friends. They're not just bodies. They're not just any bodies. There are a lot of any bodies out there, a lot of nobodies out there. But you become a somebody to the Lord when he's living inside you. Now you have something to say that's really important for people to listen to, so they can be delivered. Why? Because the Lord is living inside. Inspired word of God. What are you talking? What do you think that means? Because the Lord is inside a real devotee. Radha and Krishna, man, love of Krishna is inside that devotee. You can see the signs and the symptoms that Radha and Krishna are living in that devotee. No bullshit, no speculation, no. Just look at it, see it, and get it confirmed in Prabhupada's books and the Goswami books. Okay? And then be confident. And then follow the path, and very quickly you'll get this. You'll be in the Garden of Eden, which is Vrindavan. That close relationship with God. Just isn't that what it's the Garden of Eden and Vrindavan? It's just devotees who have a very, very close relationship with God. So close. Vrindavan is the Garden of Eden explained.
Yeah.
See? It's explained. We came to explain all these things. We're here to explain it again. Yeah. Hey, you guys, stop passing things on here because it's hitting
Yeah,
her.
they're writing on the groups.
It's on the groups. Yeah. Okay, that's all right. It's not so disturbing. Go ahead. Read on.
Yeah. His astonishing feasting and freely gave away pure, oh la la la, pure
Who's commenting on the groups? Is
Mahadev
it
to
somebody
Purari.
here? Is there somebody here that's watching? So anyway,
Yeah,
if you're watching and you can't stop
George.
commenting on the groups, okay? You're disturbing our class. Stop commenting and just watch the thing here, okay? Go ahead there.
All the Vaishnavas honored the Lord in a grand bathing ceremony known as Rajasvara, which is fit only for the most powerful kings of the universe. One day,
Yeah,
Guru
the most powerful kings. Again, that was Lord Chaitanya. They were doing that for him because he was the most powerful king. But can you imagine when the Lord lives inside you? You, for the world, you become like that. You become the real king because the real king and queen are living inside you. If anybody wants real direction, they go to you and they'll get the real direction. Nobody else can give it so clearly. Everybody's going to be pointing you this way, that way, and every other way. The ones who have the best realizations about life and what it's all about are the devotees who have attained love of Krishna. Isn't that what it's about here? It didn't Lord Chaitanya have love of Krishna? Didn't his devotees have love of Krishna? That's why they're around. They're family members. That's why we're here, because of love of Krishna. You're very fortunate if you believe this preaching, if you like these words, if you like this ecstasy. There is nobody more fortunate than you, because if you don't have it now, you will become a king in this world, king and queen, because the king and queen will live in you. Blessed are the poor in spirit, because they will inherit the earth. Literally, you literally inherit the earth, which is no big deal. Who they care? It's just earth, man. The Lord gives the earth, to the devotees because they can direct the earth and earthly persons in the right way. They're so identified with the earth. See, devotees mature in devotion are identified with spirit. See, they identify with spirit. Therefore, because that's the real thing. Even Jesus talked about it. He said, spirit is what's real. The body is my words are spirit. You think these words are not spirit? Where do they come from? Where are they pointing you to? Are they misdirecting you? Am I pointing you to these gurus out there that don't have love of Krishna with all the visible signs and symptoms? Or are we pointing you to where the real path is? How to attain the real goal quickly without taking many lifetimes. It's all leading. Everything your people are doing in all the different paths is leading to the devotee. That's the real. This is the universal truth. Jesus taught this. Everything is leading you to me. Why? Because he was anointed by the Lord. That's the bona fide spiritual master. That's the real devotees. Everything you're doing, whether it's being a big guru out there at ISKCON or anywhere else, or you're on the street selling whatever shoes or whatever you're doing, is all leading ultimately to meet the devotee and be delivered. Because everything else is bullshit in this world. Everything. All the way up from the demigods to the hellish planets. It's all lies. The only truth in this world is Radha and Krishna's name, or love of God, love of Krishna, love of Ram, love of Lord Chaitanya, love of Shiva, love of Christ. Only real thing. If you don't have that, you're a nobody. Not nobody. If you have that, now you're somebody. Somebody worth the God's attention, If you're worth God's attention, because he only looks at those, right? Only the Father recognizes the Son, and only the Son recognizes the Father, right? Who you want to get that recognition, you better go to the Son, because they can reveal that recognition to you. Otherwise, nobody knows. It's a big secret. Go ahead. I can't
One
believe
day, Guru.
so much energy, man. I was sick as a
Yeah,
dog.
you have a lot of
All of a
energy.
sudden, where did it go?
One day, Guru Sudara, he came to Srivasa Pandita's house, accompanied by Nityananda, who was beside himself with joy. Gradually, all the Vaishnavas assembled there. Guru Sudara, who was engrossed internally, he looked about himself just as a regal personality surveys his surroundings with intensely powerful powerful glances. The devotees could perceive the Lord's mood and immediately they started a loud kirtan. On previous days, the Lord would dance in the ecstasy of a devotee, servant of the Supreme Lord. And then, changing that mood momentarily, he would reveal his identity as the omnipotent Supreme Lord. And that mood also quickly changed. He would again revert to the mood to the mood of a devotee. However, today, to the good fortune of the assembled devotees, he stood up as if to dance as usual, but then instead he sat on the throne of Sri Vishnu. On previous occasions, the Lord would sit on Sri Vishnu's throne, immersed in devotional ecstasy, as if unaware of his own conduct. Not so today. Today, he did not conceal his real identity with the cloak of his internal energy, but instead he sat on the throne continuously for 21 hours. The devotees, they stood in front of him with folded hands and hearts effervescent with joy. It was a wonderful sight. It, it was a wonderful sight. The devotees were fully content. Spontaneously, they expressed, "We have entered, we have entered Vaikuntha. The Lord sat amidst all, the Lord of Vaikuntha and everyone present became free from the influence of the material illusory potency. Lord Chaitanya, he instructed, sing the baiting song. The devotees were very pleased and they began to sing. In time with the song, the Lord gently swayed his head from side to side and showed and he showed the devotees with merciful glances. Responding to the Lord's mood, the devotees performed the Abhishek bathing ceremony. First, the devotees brought water from the Ganga and they strained it, and then, in the correct proportions, they added musk, sandalwood paste, saffron, and camphor, feeling increasing love. Feeling increasing love for the Lord, they carefully prepared all the items and were ready with jubilant shouts. They began the ceremony and they chanted the appropriate mantras. Lord Nityananda, he was the first to pour water upon the Lord's head.
You know, this is an external pastime, but it's not, because it's the internal potency of the Lord. You know, he's kind of using ritual there. But you know, this is amazing because the devotees, you can do that. The Lord is looking for that bathing ceremony to be bathed. You bathe them with your tears, man. You know, you bathe
Yeah,
them with your ecstatic worship. That is
yeah.
the bathing he's looking for. Otherwise, it's just the external thing. You know, people doing the same thing. You know, they go to bathe the deity, but that's all. That's the shadow of the deeper truth. The Lord is, oh yeah, chant His name. That's Him, and you bathe Him with your tears. See, now that's the bathing the Lord's looking for. That's when you start to know who God is and what He is, what His truths are. That's how you go beyond the external. Otherwise, you just see it as like some deity out there, and you're over here, and you're just bathing them with some water. And okay, well, great, yeah. But that's just the shadow of the truth. The real truth is, man, just makes it. Isn't it amazing how much easier it makes it? You can just chant Hare Krishna, and then you bathe the water. You know, no big
Do
pots of
everything
Ganga
together.
water and all that work you got to do. You know, bring it over there. I did. You know, that's why I love this path, man. Wouldn't you like to do a process that's easier than meditation? You know,
Immediately.
hard meditations and vipassanas for 10 days and all that stuff. Here, you come here, and the Lord very quickly gives Himself to you, where He awakens in your body. Because these people doing these other paths, all the way into the Vaidhi Bhakti level, the Lord ain't there inside them awakened yet. See, so it's slow. You know, it's like, oh, okay, you're really pure. It's hard to purify yourself. You got to do discipline. All that. Look at how easy it is now. Don't you
No
want? Come
essential.
on, man. Don't you want easy way? Come on, everybody's a bit lazy. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, just when once devotion for Krishna awakens, you've attained the goal of all goals, the universal goal for everybody. And then everything becomes easier. Your worship becomes easier and more profound. You could be doing that your whole life, but one devotee who bathes the Lord with his tears, his name with his tears, is worth more than a whole lifetime of the ritual without the tears. One time.
Immediately go to the essence.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why it says one holy name. One holy name is the whole name. You become worshipable because the Lord is appearing inside you. Oh boy, now you kind of know what's real. Just keep it up. Keep staying around devotees. And that'll increase more realization how important it is. Yeah. 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 Go ahead.
Wow. Lord Nityananda was the first to pour water upon the Lord's head in great pleasure. He kept repeating, Jaya, Jaya. Other leading devotees like Advaitacharya and Srivasa Pandita, they painted the Lord,
Mhm.
chanting the famous Purusa Sukta prayers. The devotees of Lord Garanga
See,
are
this
very
is this is also this is also a representation of how the real line is. See, the real line, devotional line, the real disciplic line, is headed by Nityananda, where it started. So he's the first to bathe the Lord. See, so that line goes all the way down. So you could look at it like everybody's down there, handing the water pots to the next devotee. They're all in the line going to Lord Chaitanya, right? See,
yeah.
this is a real line. So they hand the water pot because there was Dookie over there. The Dookie was back in the line, and she was very enthusiastically, So everybody benefits from the line all the way back to Nityananda, who puts the water on there. See, so if you're not in that line, see, that's why people need to line up properly. If you're not in the ecstatic line with the ecstatic devotees who are in the real line, they head up the real line, then it's not going back to Lord Chaitanya, your service. See, there's some block. I noticed that also in my own experience. I went with somebody that wasn't in the real line, even though I see this is where it gets confusing. And I know a lot of people are like this. Uh, they come to ISKCON, right? Because these books, they got the books of pure devotees, man, like Prabhupada, and they're really attracted. But then they get a guru there who's just, just kind of a shoe salesman. I don't know, just, they're not really like connected with the real line. Because if you're connected with the real line, you will be ecstatic to the point of tears, to the point of ecstasies. So if that's not in your body, you're not a real follower of Lord Chaitanya. That might be humbling, but if you don't admit that, then you can't progress, because that's all about is just admitting I'm not in the real line. Let me get in the real line. There you go. It's that easy.
It's a start.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just get in the real line. I see, I tried to get love of Krishna through this and it's not coming. Okay. Well, get in the real line. That's why we're preaching. That's why I'm opening my mouth. I'm saying the real line is here. Come check it out. Come learn. Learn from these devotees and you'll attain the highest happiness, the greatest happiness, the one that we show here. This kind of happiness, love of Krishna, the ones the no shows can't show. They don't even, that's not even a standard. Can you imagine? That's not even a standard of being a spiritual master who represents Vrindavan. You don't have to have love of Krishna, or you say you do, but you don't have you're not manifesting this. So in other words, you're not clear. Don't you want clarity? Don't people want to be clear? Could you imagine, the clear person is God is in them and alive and kicking, man. Okay? You can see devotion to Krishna is enlivening that devotee. Okay? Then you can come alive in that association. Otherwise, you're with people that are not alive yet. Doesn't matter. It can be a good guru, a good minister. But if you're just good, you don't know what God is. You're just good. That's not God.
That's the world.
God is transcendental. Yeah. You're good. You're the good. You're a good God. See, you represent God in goodness. For a devotee, what is that? Still illusion. Why not? We're representing God in transcendental form, beyond goodness. And his message for the world was it then and it is now again. Come, get the God that's transcendental to the modes of nature. Come into the association of real devotees who have real bhakti, that have gotten the grace of Lord Chaitanya and the real line. And come and transcend all of this so easily. Otherwise, you got troubles, man. You're going to be bewildered. You're going to have false putanas as your teachers. Well, when you get tired of that, then come here. When you get tired of false representatives of Vrindavan, come here. If not, stay out there till you're tired of it. We're tired. I don't want that. Well, I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time on people who believe that, who believe in gurus who haven't realized Krishna. What is that to me? Or anybody, really, that's the Lord is in them, You get sovereignty. Don't you want to be sovereign over your life? It goes for all these new agers and meditators. They want to be sovereign in their life. Well, this is the only way. Love of God, man. You got to attain the true, the highest goal of life, the one for everybody, which is love of God. Otherwise, you'll never be sovereign. Nobody knows. It's the Lord who's sovereign in this world because it all comes from him. And his devotees get sovereignty too because they're surrendered to that transcendental Lord, not good God, but good gods. Wow, he's a good guru, man. He does good things. He's really regulated and all that, man. It ain't good enough. It's a filthy rag, Paul said in front of his Lord. It's dirty still. It'll never be clean. Only love of Krishna, God, love of Christ purifies the heart. Then you understand the script. Even Bhagavatam praises. Only those who are 100% pure in heart can understand Srimad Bhagavatam. Blessed are the pure in heart. They shall see God. See, the God, the transcendental God, not the good God. Yeah. Well, this guy's good. He must be God. He must be representing God. He's representing good.
He's much more than good.
How dare you say you represent this transcendental, illustrious, disciplic line? It's only meant to be represented by ecstatic, intimate devotees of Krishna. Come on, man, wake up. You got. Can you imagine once you got the books, Prabhupada's books, and they're changing everything, but still you got the books, okay? And then all you need is a devotee, and then boom, in their hands you can be liberated by the action of the book Bhagavad and the devotee Bhagavad in their preaching. The love of God is transferred. Your inheritance is given because the Lord is just waiting for you to get in the line, the real line, not the false line, not the bullshit line, bullshitting you. The Lord's Maya is always bullshitting, all the way up into goodness. Even in liberation is bullshitting you. Not clear. You need a devotee who's realized Bhagavan, who tastes the nectar in the name. That's realizing Bhagavan. Otherwise, you don't know nada, not much at all. Karuna, shoot me. My guru's voice is this annoying drone. What is going to do? Yeah, go ahead there, Lalita.
Yeah. The devotees of Lord Gauranga are very well versed in the scriptural sciences and they poured the water to the accompaniment of suitable Vedic hymns and mantras.
Yeah,
Who
and
could
to be well versed. See, the devotees are well versed. That's why I never study anything. But man, when you start worshiping with this devotion to Krishna, all of a sudden you understand the essence of the Vedas, and you preach that, and then deliver people who believe your word. That's what Prahlad taught. He said, "Listen, if you hear my word and you believe in my word, you can be like me. You can be ecstatic like me." Yeah, that's the it's always like that. It's the same thing. You, if anybody believes this preaching, you'll be like the guru. You'll be ecstatic in your own relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, not. Otherwise, you believe in that words. You go. It has the symptoms of ecstatic devotion, awakened, listening to Acharya Dev. Are tears pouring out of your eyes? I can only see it. I come pouring out of his eyes. Is he laughing like a madman, like Lord Shiva or like Lalita? Yeah, that's bona fide. That shows this person, Krishna has chosen to be inside them. Why? Because she's following the real path. Therefore, she can teach the real path because she's an example of it. Okay? Go ahead there, Lalita.
Makunda and others were sweetly singing the Vedic ceremony song, while other devotees wept, wept and danced, overwhelmed, overwhelmed with happiness. The respectable and chaste wives were u- ululating, ululating with joy. The entire assembly was immersed in an ocean of bliss. The Lord of Vaikuntha, Sri Gauranga, he remained seated, and the devotees, one by one, they poured water upon his head, baiting the Lord. Usually, on such religious occasions, 108 pots of water are required. But today, that number was far exceeded. Even the demigods, they arrived, not wanting to miss the opportunity to make spiritual progress, but they maintained a disguise, preferring not to be recognized. A drop of water. A drop of water offered to the Lord's lotus feet, even just a meditation. Is sufficient to ward off the punishment given out to the god of death, Yamaraj. What then can be said about the good fortune of the devotees who, by being present, were able, were able to bathe the Lord directly? All servants and the maid servants of Srivasa Pandita's house, they also engaged in bringing water to the Lord. The wonderful result one enjoys from serving the Lord was amply proved by one incident. One of the maidservants, a pious woman named Duki, said was one of the water carriers. The Lord saw her ac- no, saw her actively engaged and told her, bring more. The Lord was so impressed. The Lord was so impressed with her devotional attitude that he changed her name to Suki, happy, indicating he had taken away her distress, having baiting the Lord.
That's really the essence, man. If you get to the point of faith in this path and faith in devotion, as you're like one pointed like this, the Lord takes away all your distress. It's that simple. It's just developing faith in the devotees and the devotional service, this association, and all your distress goes. The Lord takes it away. The reason why there's distress here is because we're not in our position. We're meant to be in this position. We're meant for the Lord to take away our distress because He's the only one who can really do it. You know, so she was dookie because of lack of her relationship, but when that became purified to the point where really faith and enthusiastically serving, like all in, all is in distress goes. Okay, no doubts, just all in now. All their distress goes. So if anybody's distress here, it's just because of not being all in, not being faithful in what's going on here. Yeah, that's it. And and then your dookiness will go once you get there. I mean, obviously, it took some time for her because she was dookie before that, And so she just kept serving, staying in association, devotees, and all her distress went. She became more and more clear. Well, you got to do something in this world. Can you imagine? You just might as well associate with devotees and learn this science because the benefit and the result is fantastic. Is beyond what we can even imagine. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And having waited the Lord, accompanied by the chanting of the Vedic mantras, the the devotees they tried his body.
Yeah.
They dressed him
Yeah.
in fresh new clothes and smeared his exquisite transcendental body with fragrant sandalwood paste.
Yeah.
They they cleaned they
Yeah.
cleaned Lord Vishnu's throne.
So we got some. Dylan says, "I wish I could understand Lalita better." Well, this is this potency. It lifts you above the mind into the levels of bliss and ecstasies and beyond in the spiritual dimension. So it's not surprising. That's the whole point of this association is everybody will get eventually lifted above the modes of nature and be happy in God. See, the God will be you're in the Lord in His name, and the Lord is in you. There, that's it. See, and like the Vedas say, chapter 23 of Majjhilila, not even the greatest scholars can understand you because you've been lifted above where even scholarship can't get you. See, you've got the real mercy of God, the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya in this line. So, yeah, and so if you want to understand the devotees, it just takes by association. You can't do it. You can't. It's like Jesus said, you cannot climb into the in some other way. Are we still broadcasting or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But maybe
yeah.
I don't read
Okay, I know that's okay.
understandable enough.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
You can't climb into the kingdom of God some other way. You have to go through the door. See the door, the real way. The real way is the devotees who are, they have the spiritual potency and power. See, by associating with them, you'll get lifted into that dimension. Right? Yeah, that's the way it works. Yeah, go ahead there, Lalita.
They dressed him in fresh new clothes and smeared his exquisite transcendental body. His exquisite transcendental body with, with fragrant sandalwood paste. They cleaned Lord Vishnu's throne, and after everything was arranged properly, the Lord sat there upon that throne, which was truly his. Lord Nityananda, he held the umbrella over the Lord's head, while one of the more fortunate devotees began to whisk the Lord with the chamara. The devotees assembled the paraphernalia for worship, for worship of the Lord, and began to offer arati, worship to him. Their tray, their tray of offering was picked with charanamrita, fruits, achamania, incense, fragrant oil, lamp, new clothes.
Okay, so River, you want to read a little bit now? Yeah, read some Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 1. Let's get some Siddhanta here. Thank you, Lilita. That's great reading.
It's Adikanda, Guru Maharaj.
No, she's going to read from Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah, but you say chapter 1?
Yeah, of Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's see
Okay.
here.
Oh, I'm looking at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
You're not using it on the computer there.
I don't know how to do that.
So that's a computer.
It's just,
Go to the database.
yeah, I'm just gonna find it.
Go up. Go. Go further up. Just type database. Go up. Don't go up. It's working. The cursor's there. Go up.
Yeah, hey, mute your microphone, guys, over there.
1 moment. I just mute it. Sorry, I don't know this computer.
Not you, but those two, Karuna and what's his name? Yeah, read chapter 1. Are you there?
I'm there. Chapter 1 from the Canto 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start.
Okay. Just gonna get it up. Questions by the sages. Thank you, Maharaj. All glories to your wonderful lotus feet. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, all-pervading personality of God, of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge onto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being, by by him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion. As one is bewildered by the illusionary representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water, only because of him do the
A question probably people might ask is, what kind of God is that would place people in illusion? His great sages and demigods even in illusion. Why would he do that? See, well, this is just the power of God. The power of God, because he is the illusion. That is one of his forms, is the illusory potency. And it's so attractive and so powerful that it's actually him putting them in illusion, but it's the choice of the living beings because they lack knowledge. That's why the Lord comes here. That's why the devotees come here, to give us knowledge of how to meditate on the transcendental Lord. See? Otherwise, we're meditating on the Lord's Maya, and it's all powerful. It just puts you in illusion. Even great sages and demigods are in illusion because they're not clear. They don't have full knowledge. Full knowledge is, oh, I see, man. Let me take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, the greatest avatar's path. He's the latest incarnation of the Lord. Man, can't go wrong there. Let me go and find devotees who are actually related to Lord Chaitanya in ecstasy like the Lord had. Okay? That's perfect knowledge. And that's how you get out of illusion. Look at this. We're nothing special. None of us. We're just ordinary people, But somehow or other, we have the grace of the Lord. We have this grace to meditate on the transcendental Lord and be pulled out of the illusion and know what many of the demigods don't even know. And great sages don't even know. Can you imagine? A lot of great sages doing all kinds of austerities and everything. But unless they're in this line, we're in this line. They won't know. You got to come in line. I don't care how great you are. This is why the Lord threw out the brahmachari out of his kirtan. He was doing austerities. He was chanting mantras, and he was no sex and all these things. And and no sex, nothing. And the Lord said, "Get out of here. I'm sorry, man. That's not the qualification. You got to come the right way." Okay? And he came the right way, and then the Lord called him back. Oh, yeah. By the way, you went to my devotee, Srivas, who's just an ordinary Brahmin, but I like him. I've chosen to be in him. He likes me, I like him. See? So that's why the devotees come here. They come to increase our appreciation for the true Lord. That's why they hold back too. That's why Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta held back from showing who God and what God actually is, because people still they don't have the appreciation. They think it's something bad or wrong. Just like here, many people still aren't ready for this. They don't have appreciation. But look at those who do. Look at what you can get. If you have come to develop a taste for transcendental meditation on the transcendental Lord, look what you get. Yeah. Go ahead. So it's a choice. It's a choice now. So here we have this knowledge how to help people meditate on the transcendental Lord and get the result of that. See, which is great ecstasy. You're lifted above the modes of nature. You're lifted above all the mind stuff. You're lifted above the matrix. See, the architect can't even bother you anymore. The architect is Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, even in the mode of goodness. See, you're lifted above even that. Now you're on the transcendental level of worship of God. That's, now for you, there's no duty. Except this, because you got to stay connected, otherwise you go in illusion. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you like to do something that's fantastic, that gives you the greatest happiness? Why wouldn't you like to enjoy life? This is enjoying life. See, enjoying life is serving the transcendental Lord, and to the point of enjoyment of that service. So easy. Look at this. You could chant Hare Krishna and enjoy life. Amazing, isn't it? Chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy and then enjoy that life of that kind of level of worship. Yeah. Go ahead there, River.
Only because of him do the material universes, temporally manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal.
Yeah, you see, appear factual. Interaction of the modes of nature. You see our preaching now, we're distinguishing that out. So you see the demigods and the demons, mode of goodness, mode of passion and ignorance, they're going like this. They're causing actions and reactions with each other, a friction. They hate each other. Both the demons hate these with their these persons that are fighting them. Basically, they hate everybody. They even hate themselves. But that's just the way it is. And then the demigods, they hate the demons for causing problems to their lives. See, so the actions and reactions are going on. How do you get free of that? Just participating in that? See, this is what many Christians are not clear about. They're not clear about how to transcend this. They realize, we got to pray more. Got to pray more. Yeah, pray more. Transcend this. See, and help others transcend it too. Because otherwise it's just action and reactions, You got to diffuse the bomb. See, that's the bombs. See, this diffuses the bomb. It diffuses it in your life and anybody else who listens to your word and gets proper direction. Otherwise, everybody's engaging in the actions and reactions of hating each other, love and hate. You love your family and you hate others. If you're demons, they love their family, but they hate everybody else or others, that are not being their slaves. And so, it's just a kind of a low quality life, but what are you going to do? Yeah. Go ahead there, River.
I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusionary representations of the material world.
Isn't that amazing? He's forever free in the transcendental abode. And he brings himself into this world which is the transcendental abode. His abode is his name. See? So we're chanting his name on the level of ecstasy. Well, where are we residing? In that transcendental abode, which is the Lord's name. And it's inside us. See, that's when you get ecstatic, is the Lord is choosing to be in you now. So you can appreciate it. See, the devotion is awakened. So now you can appreciate being in the name. Okay? And the name is in you. And you're in the name. And that's all you do. And it's just ever fresh relationship forever. Very powerful, very liberating, very truthful, very ecstatic. It's just goes on like this forever. And you liberate souls who come to you, even great sages, or it doesn't matter who they are. If they come and they listen to you and you hear, then they can put divert their meditation into the transcendental level. Otherwise they can't. They're always fighting each other. The demigods hate that these demons you're giving them problems for doing their austerity. And the demons, they hate that these guys have some intelligence and can understand they like to work in the dark. Did you know that? Demons and they like to work in the dark, and the demigods, they can see their game to an extent. Not to this extent. You got to be a devotee to see it to this extent. Okay? So they and that's why you see these people, they're trying to expose the demons, what they're doing this genocide thing. They're trying to expose it, and the demons, what are they doing? They're trying to cover it up. See, it's all misinformation. It's all lies. See? But on one level, everything is a lie. Even the mode of goodness is a lie. The whole point is to transcend all of it. That's truth. That's knowledge. Transcend this, man. Both. Yeah, this is open to everybody. Prahlad was preaching to demons. You don't have to be a demigod. You could be anybody who listens to a devotee's preaching. You will transcend this whole thing. This whole crazy illusion. And there's no other way except through the door of the devotees. They're the only ones that you can transcend it, because everybody's locked into this game of the Maya. They're entangled in it on one level or another. Only the devotees that are in the transcendental Lord, and that transcendental Lord is in them. Okay? And their symptoms. See, you got to see. That's why now it's, hey, we're here. This is the tribulation where they call it something where there's a great revealing. Everything's the demons are being revealed, the demigods are being revealed, and also this is being revealed. This is the greatest of all. This benefits everybody. Without this knowledge, you cannot transcend this illusion. Without this kind of association, you can't transcend this illusion. That's how powerful this illusion is. Yeah, they like to work in the dark. Exactly. I don't have any. They just are who they are. Everybody is who they are. Demigods are demigods. They have a certain nature. Demons are demons. They have a certain name. I don't have any judgment for them. Got to point it out a little bit. It's nice to know, who to listen to. I mean, who has the most benefit? Is it most beneficial to listen to the demigods that see the little darkness to that extent? Or is it most beneficial to listen to the demons who are putting the masks on you and injecting poison in your body? Or is it most beneficial to listen to the devotees who transcended the whole ball of wax? So everybody can choose now. Whether you're a demon or demigod, you choose. Choose. What do you want? What do you think is going to be most beneficial for you? Do you want to be out of this forever? Or do you want to experience the reaction of killing many people, these demons? The reaction for that. Oh, you're killing so many bodies. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, go ahead there, River.
Can I say something, Good Lodge?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead there.
I've hello.
Hello.
I've been I've been sat here listening to you, and I'm enthused by what you've said and what
Put the camera over more on his face.
I've been enthused by what you've said and what he's actually done to me. And I've been thinking for the last few months or weeks or whatever it is, I didn't want to preach anymore. So I haven't been on here preaching, because everything that I say is it can be taken as a mundane thing, really. Because what I'm finding is that I don't have any hates against anybody anymore. It's just they're just doing what they're conditioned to do, and they don't have this intelligence to transcend where they are at the moment, or they won't listen to anything that you say to them. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm so grateful to you. I'm so grateful to Srila Gaura Haridas, who bashed me about a bit and sort of smashed me up. And it's all been so wonderful. It's always so wonderful, because I'm now of the opinion that nothing I do or anybody else does is going to make any difference about the world as it is at the moment. There's only people like you and in your ilk, and there's nobody like your ilk anyway to do it. Yeah. Krishna's going to do it in his own time, in his own way, at his own pace, and the pace of it is just fantastic. Just fantastic, because if you stop and look at the situation in the world today, and you listen to the news and you listen to all these programs on television and on the radio and things like this, everything's coming to a halt. Everything is coming to a halt slowly. No, it's not slowly. It's quickly grinding up. There's only one voice of reason in this world today, and it's coming from you. And I'm so happy that I'm a devotee of yours, as such. And I can see these things. I don't want to tell anybody anything at all. About how they should live and how they should do things and how they should say Hare Krishna to everybody and things like that. I just don't want to do it, because it's all academic. It's not everybody I've told to chant Hare Krishna and do anything. I think they've done it for a while and then they haven't done it anymore. They've just gone off. It's hard for a person who's trying to make a difference in the world.
Yeah.
When the world doesn't want to enjoy this thing. So my position at the moment is that I'm waiting for the big explosion in the world, which this coronavirus has started it off, and it's going to just go on and on and on and on and get more and more. And the Illuminati, or the people who are in charge of these things, are making it so much more difficult for everybody to live normal life. Anybody can't go out anywhere because they've all got these masks on, and everybody's walking out with these masks on, thinking they're doing the right thing, but they're not. They're not. They aren't doing the right thing, because there isn't any such thing as a natural disease of this coronavirus or anything like that. It's all manufactured humanly, whatever the word.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Okay. See, this is the demons. They hide things.
Yeah.
They want to hide this knowledge, and so it just is what it is. So if people listen to the devotees, they can transcend the whole ball of wax. And because not really about, the main thing is, if you're close to Krishna and the Lord's transcendental potency, he shows people how he's working in this world. He shows his devotees. He protects them that way. Yeah, like you said, the voice of reason. Ecstatic worship of the Lord gives you the voice of reason. You become a voice of reason in the world. You reasonably teach people the most reasonable course because of this ecstatic worship. It gives you the best logic, the best clarity, and everything. I mean, I'm amazed. You don't have to be anything special. It's all you have to have is ecstatic worship, and everything comes. Just know, all you do is just follow the path of prema. Many people are here qualified for that, and you just go on hearing, chanting in a society of devotees and alone, both. Especially while it's here, take advantage, everybody. Because it may not be here, and then you're kind of left, especially if you're weak. What I've noticed is people are still weak. If this stopped, their devotion, the modes of nature would just. So while it's here, why not take advantage? Because your devotional potency in you will grow more and more and more and become more and more real, more and more your reality. Then if you are alone, there'll be no problems because the Lord is so apparent in you, So yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah. I don't feel I never feel alone either. I never feel alone because even though I'm alone here and people around in this housing estate, they come to me and say, I'm bored. Well, I feel awful that I'm not bored. Although I'm here by myself.
Uh-huh.
The day just goes and things happen all over the place, and it's nice for me. And I'm not getting any depression or anything like that. It's because I know what's coming. I know what happening is the Lord's his own particular plans. What's going to happen is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no point in I don't know what I'm saying now.
It's okay. All right. Okay, River, start reading here a little bit more now.
Okay.
Thank you, Ranga.
You're welcome.
I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute. For he is the absolute truth, completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. This Bhagavad.
Isn't that interesting? Completely. Why do we keep coming across this? Because this is the real Srimad Bhagavatam we're preaching here. Completely, all material activities that are materially motivated. In other words, you go to church and you got the guys there. Ooh, we got a new tither here together. See, that's why they have the church. It's mixed in with that. They believe in God too, but it's kind of mixed in. See, but Bhagavatam rejects all of that. Or, they go to the temples and they want your money, right? They were really interested in that. Get your tithings and all that stuff. The first thing you go, and how much can you donate? That ain't the books that they're holding there. That ain't the knowledge that they've got access to. That's why you got to find a devotee who's completely rejected all materially motivated things. See, and meditating on Sri Krishna. But what does that mean? Nobody has defined that. Only the ecstatic devotees can. Yeah, meditate on the ecstatic Lord. Yeah, meditate on his name. Come into a society of real devotees. And then very quickly you'll know who that real Lord is. Otherwise, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Everybody's presenting some Mayak version of that God. What is a transcendental Lord? Well, you come here, you'll learn. You'll see the devotees are meditating on the transcendental Lord here with the result of that. See, so this is and then you hear the real Bhagavatam. You know, these Vaishnavas in ISKCON and all of them, as far as I've seen, they're not hearing the real Bhagavatam because you got to hear it from a person that is actually in the real line, that has these symptoms of ecstatic love, not no shows. Well, I'm sorry, we're not no show. No, we don't show this. Oh, so you don't show that you're qualified. Well, great, man. I ain't going to follow you. Why should I follow you? How do I know you're not speculating? You're a no-show. You can't show me that you're a resident Vrindavan. Resident Vrindavan. They're like those, like you read in the book, man. They laugh, they cry, they choke up when they're with Krishna. And here in this world, you see a devotee who chants the holy name. They laugh, they cry, and they're all these wonderful symptoms that you can't see in anybody. None of those groups, none of those gurus, none of them. See? Are you ready to abandon? You want to hear the real Bhagavatam? Well, you got to come here. Otherwise, you're going to go where they're materially motivated and they're looking at your pockets, man. How much can you give us to the temple? How much service can we get out of you? And once you're done, they throw you out. I mean, I've been there, done that, man. I worked my ass off 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I couldn't even get a bus ticket when I was fried. Yeah, a great lesson. Not bitter at all. No, thank you very much. That was, my choice. See? But hey, man, you guys, whoever comes here, you got an experienced devotee with a lot of experiences under their belt. It's going to make it a lot easier for you. You don't have to go and spend 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 years in a materialistically motivated religion called Vaishnavism. No, you want real Vaishnavism? It's here. We'll preach the real Bhagavatam to you. It's not materially motivated. Can you see? Do I have any material motives on this? I just love I love truth, man. Truth is where it's at. I want to stand for the truth and bust the illusion, man. Bust it like a transit. Oh, another hat. Cop hat, man. Can you see it? You checkerboard hats out there, you Illuminati bullshitters. Yeah, man, the real Bhagavatam is not materially motivated, man. And you come here, you're going to get that desire to preach the truth even at the point of death. Because there is no death for you, man. That'll be your life, man. Preaching, standing up one more day for the truth. I love it, man. One more day for the truth. Go ahead, read on there.
This Bhagavata Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart.
Yeah, so here, how do you get nobody asked the question, how do you get, following a bunch of rules with motivated devotees who can't get above that level? Or do you come here? You come here where we're already above that level. See, purified heart means we understand the Bhagavatam. Why? Because of ecstatic worship. That is the only thing that'll purify the heart. Lord Chaitanya said, not by being a perfect Brahmin can you purify your heart. You can't even purify yourself if you're a perfect Brahmin, like a lot of these persons out there. Doesn't work. You're not even purified yourself. You can't purify yourself from your Brahminical activities. And you certainly can't purify your disciples either. You got to be an ecstatic worshiper of Krishna, man. And now your heart is getting purified. You see how we just keep putting people's meditation on a transcendental platform, standing up for that, man, with resolve and commitment and authority of the Lord. I already got the order. Do you think there is a good Illuminati that exists? Yeah, the illumined one is the Lord, man, and the devotees. They're the more illuminated than the Illuminati. They've got crooked intelligence. Crooked. This is another materially motivated thing. All the way up into religions. Oh, materially motivated. Not to me, it's like, what is the difference? Materially motivated religion with hypocrites and liars and the demons who are hypocrites and liars. It's the same. It's all bullshit, man. How much bullshit do you want to take? Are you ready? You finished with it all? You finished with the bullshitters of the demons? lying to you? Are you finished with the bullshitters of the gurus out there bullshitting that they represent? Tired, Vrindavan? Are you tired of it yet? Well, come here and we'll get real truth, man. You'll get the real Bhagavatam. Otherwise, stay out there. Who needs you? I don't want any people out here spoiling the kirtan, the Lord. I love glorifying the truth. You still won't believe in this. Oh, I don't believe in this. I don't know. Well, go out there and follow these friggin' gurus. I don't care. Go ahead. Go see how far you get with that. Yeah. To me, this is getting someplace when I look at Lalita and River here before me. Now that's impressive, man. Otherwise, there's nothing impressive in this world like this. This time that the world knows what's really impressive. Being Trump or Biden is not impressive. Being Fauci and Bill Gates is not impressive with all their money. This is impressive to God and real devotees. I guarantee you Narada Muni and Prabhupada are impressed with this. That's why Balaram is a big idiot, man. He's not impressed with this bhakti. He should be listening to her purports that come because of ecstatic worship. He doesn't even know to do that. What an idiot. Time for him to get some bam bam, man. Can you imagine not wanting to hear from an ecstatic devotee? And he thinks he knows the Bhagavatam? He thinks he knows Prabhupada? Oh, he doesn't know at all. He better listen to his wife. Yeah. Where'd that come from? Don't blame me. Everybody will. Go ahead there, read on.
The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all.
Reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Not just the demons, not just for the demigods, for everybody. That's all people need is the reality distinguished from it. Reality is this kind of worship, man. There is no other reality other than this. This is the highest truth. This is the highest reality right there before the world. See? Distinguished from illusion. The mode of goodness even. And these nice guys following lots of rules. That is illusion still. Ain't good enough, man. Filthy rag before Paul's body. Mode of passion, yeah, that neither. None of it. This is the real, man. This is the real deal. You ready? The real deal, or you want the raw deal? Go out there, man. Get the raw deal, or you want the real deal. This is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of everybody. Hey, man, I don't care how many sins you've got. You can come here, and my Lord, he's powerful, man. He'll purify you. From demon, you'll become better than the demigods, just like Jagai and Madai. Yes. The authority is here, man. Yeah. Isn't it as it should be? Isn't it? You got to show that you got some spiritual power and authority behind you. Have we not shown that already, that there's authority here? The Lord is proving these words are true. Yes. For those who especially believe them. Oh, yeah, go ahead there.
Such truths uproot the threefold miseries.
So what? Yeah, see, such truth uproot the threefold. Wow, why? See, because people are miserable because of ignorance, because of being, being in the modes and not meditating on the transcendental Lord. You'll always be more or less ignorant and miserable. Always. It's only the devotees connected to the transcendental platform. Their miseries are uprooted. They just continually worship the Lord in ecstasy and intimacy. And everything forever is beautiful. That's the example here in this world. That's the example of our Sangha, is to get devotees to do that and show that witness how to practically get the threefold miseries. You know what they are? Miseries of the body and the mind. Do you have any of those? Miseries of the other living entities, the demons harassing you. Or the demigods harass. They also harass. I've been harassed by many demigod types and ISKCONs and all that stuff in these groups. Okay. Uproot the threefold miseries. Isn't that nice? And all you need is real knowledge from an experienced devotee who worships the Lord in ecstatic devotion and intimacy. The Lord informs them and they inform you, just like Jesus Christ said. Otherwise, you got to try to rise on your own to that platform. Oh, good luck, man. You won't be even able to tell who is of Putana in Vrindavan. They're so good, some of them. So good, man. Slick. They'll tell you things like, oh, we take away your devotion so that you can preach. Oh, wow. Stuff like that. Go ahead there, River.
This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasudev in his maturity, is
Do
sufficient.
you love this book? The bottom line is, do you love these books? Do you love this Leela of the Lord? It's beautiful. Is it beautiful to you? Do you, to the point of like, boy, this is really beautiful to that devote. They really love to talk about that truth. They really like to talk about what they love. Boy, they like to just really know, uncompromising, just preach the truth, not thinking, well, maybe the ISKCON guru won't like this. Or maybe the Narayan Raj devotees won't like this. Or do they like to stand for the truth? How can you say this is beautiful if you can't stand for these truths?
Yeah, that's true.
Becomes natural, man. Hey, man, God is the authority, isn't he? The Lord is he likes to throw his weight around when it's and when he chooses you and you become his handle, the axe starts swinging, the world starts just chopping down like a chopper all the jungle growth in this world, all that Maya. It's accumulated 50 years after Prabhupada left, which is not surprising. He didn't teach this yet. We are here to teach this. You don't come here, you're going to die of Vaidhi Bhakti in your rules and regulations and ceremonies. You won't abandon all varieties of religion because you have love of Krishna, like the devotees you can see with your own eyes here. To deny that, you're in denial, man. So we give you a chance now. People get a chance now. Because you're going to see that. You're going to see these devotees here will be in the spiritual world and you're over there as a big friggin' guru with playing. Well, I played the piano, man. How come I don't get to go to the spiritual world? Well, you didn't get purified yet. You didn't even know what it was. You thought it was juggling the scriptures real nicely. You thought it was something material. No, it's something spiritual. It's about getting people to meditate on spirit. To the point of their liking to do it, loving to do it, ecstatic doing it. Yeah, go ahead. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything, and that's exactly what has happened.
True.
Yeah. I'll stand for this because it's true, man. It works. Hey, man, I found something that works. Why shouldn't I stand for the truth? I've always loved this Bible. I've always loved the real Bible. I love scriptures, the essence. And if I see anything that's been tampered with by friggin' editors, and I'll make my comments. The Lord shows me this stuff. You want that kind of intimacy? Then you're guided properly. Then you want to know what Jesus talked about in the scriptures, man. Man, you'll get the Holy Spirit, and He'll be your comforter. He'll be your counselor. You want that? That's what's available here. I haven't seen anywhere else. I knew a person following Narayan Raj for 20 years. And after following Prabhupada and somebody else for another 10 years. And they had the audacity to say, Gohar, are you sure you're pleasing Prabhupada and Krishna? They're so out of touch with their own hearts still after following Narayan Raj for 20 years. Unbelievable. What's that? Look at my 4 years. Look, a lot of you are already ecstatic. Did I say, well, I'm going to take your ecstasy so you can preach? No, this is preaching. Yeah. Preaching is this. is to talk in ecstasy and chant in ecstasy. Otherwise, I don't like low class preaching. Everything else to me is low class. It's about time. This needs to be heard. You know, what is real, isn't it? Isn't this the real Bhagavad? Am I not standing for the real conception, explaining what is real? Aren't they showing you what is real?
Always.
Okay. What is the highest truth is this? Right before your eyes. Wake up, you blind bats. For God's sake. And for your sake too, you know, you'll be very happy once you wake up. Ask the ask River, man. They're happy becoming happy campers, man. Makes my job a lot easier now. Go ahead there, River. Read on.
This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization.
See, in his maturity. See, maturity, devotion, when it matures, then you can write things. You can say the right thing. See, the Lord's strongly in charge. See? Then what you have, what you say has got weight. And you have the Bhagavatam, because then you use those concepts. You explain them. You magnify and clarify. Just like Jesus said, the mark of a prophet, which is an acharya too, it's always the same, is they clarify what has been said before. And they bring forth new things. Do you see that here, by the way? Well, what is that saying? Do you see that with any of these other gurus? I haven't seen that qualities. They're just same old, same old. Oh yeah, you know, some of them are, oh, you're feminist. Oh yeah, you know, we're into feminist. We don't want to be feminists. You know, we're feminists. We're for the women and the men and all this bodily platform preaching. Can you imagine? Then they claim they're going to take you to Vrindavan with that. You start meditating on a spiritual world, then your identity, you could be in a male body, but your identity is revealed. Yeah, you have that kind of bob, man. It doesn't matter what kind of body you have. And what I see in these religions is still bodily identification preaching. You know, how to have a good marriage, you know, and we'll give you good psychological concepts. And these guys were... Is that good enough? Well, when you're tired of that, when you're trying to get into the kingdom in some other way, you go the right way, the real way. It's always one way. It's through the door. The door is the devotee, the one who has realized Krishna. That you could see with your own eyes. They prove it to you. They prove that their knowledge and their reason is par excellence, because the Lord is truly with them. And if you can't see that, usually you're not purified. I think all of these gurus, they're not purified, man. What are you following them for? They can't even understand the beauty of this real Bhagavatam that we preach. Why are you following people who can't appreciate the real Bhagavatam? You get my drift here?
Yes.
It's that simple, man. Do you preach the real Bhagavatam? Do you have the qualifications? Are you an ecstatic devotee? Are you like Lord Chaitanya and his devotees when they were here? Did they laugh and you laugh and cry and choke up when you chant the Lord's holy name, showing that he's inside you now? He's not just on the outside. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No, has he come inside? Does he dwell in your temple here? I don't need any extra. I don't need to spend all that money to build. Look at this. They're building all these all that money and everything to build some external temple that's sinking under the weight. The Lord wants this temple now. This is the only thing that's going to get you out of Kali Yuga. You have to transcend it. It's horrible now. They're still building all these temples and all this stuff, breaking them up and building more temples. Shows you they still need to work on this temple. That's the work we do here. We'll get God inside you now. It'll start really working. Now the building really begins. You'll see, look at this. You can see every day. You see River and Lalita's temple being built every day, right? You ask them, they know what it means to have a temple that's being built. Go ahead there, River, read some. I got to stop soon because I'm getting older.
What is the need? What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the supreme the Supreme Lord is established within his heart.
This is what it looks like when the Supreme Lord is established in your heart. It looks like this. That's the only way it looks. That's why you can see how few people the Lord is establishing in their heart, because it doesn't look like that. That's it. There are no shows because they can't show. They didn't go the real way yet. I don't guru or follower, it doesn't matter. Blind leading blind doesn't get you there, does it? See? This is the Lord being established in the heart by culture of this knowledge. Ask her the path she followed. She heard a lot. Heard and heard and heard. She followed the real path. Now she can teach the real path. You'll have to hear from her, to get it. It's the way the Lord works. You get this potency, it starts maturing more and more in your heart, man. And you become a great preacher, a great teacher, and then a spiritual master. We're here to make masters. One devotee here on the ecstatic platform is worth 1,000 of these ISKCON gurus. And we're actually 1 million. Actually 2 million. 3 million. That's one devotee here with ecstatic devotion.
4 million. 5 million.
5. Doesn't matter. We can just keep putting the zeros. Because one ecstatic devotee will get you to Vrindavan, and 4 millions of those who are not in Vrindavan will not get you there. Not quickly. Then eventually you realize, that didn't work. What works, Lord? Please show me. Don't cheat me anymore. And then you'll find a real devotee like this here. Real, empowered, through the real line, the real blessing. Then it'll work. Right? That's why I was always amazed. I didn't know how important it is to get the blessing of Prabhupada and the blessing of Krishna. Now I see it works. Yeah, man. That's why it works. I like doing it. You want to do something where it works? Come listen here. All right, you know what? I think I need to stop.
Hello. I just came to check.
All right. Thank you very much there.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Lalita.
And thank you, Samantha Kaur and Rajiv and Shamagori and Freddie and Amy and Janaki and
No, thank you.
And whoever else is here, Dylan and Govinda.
Tea, please.
Thank you for giving me a chance to glorify the Lord. I'm sorry I'm not so meek and humble in doing that. Haribo, everybody.
No.
Hare Krishna. Take care, Ranga. Nice to see you here.